Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first FBLA Officer Candidate Town Hall featuring our rising sophomores. Remember, there will be 2 more sessions after this week for rising juniors and seniors. This is an opportunity for our FBLA members to see what our candidates have to say about their campaigns. So that being said, let's get started. To explain how this town hall is going to work, we'll be asking a series of questions. Some of them will be asked to all of the candidates, and some of them will be specific to a certain candidate. Remember to keep your answers to a 1-minute limit. We will cut you off at 1 minute, so please don't go over. I want to start off by saying that it's a huge accomplishment to even make it to this round. So no matter what the results of the election are, we are proud of you. Remember to be respectful and listen to everyone's responses, and good luck. We're going to start off with introductions. The seniors, so all of us will introduce ourselves first. My name is Bhumika Tarkar. I serve as your chapter president. I've been in this organization for 7 years and have had all kinds of roles, but I definitely enjoy making content for our chapter. Alan, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. I'm Alan Albert. I'm the chapter service vice president. Sorry. Anyway, I've been in FBLA for 7 years. Love the organization. Been an officer for 4 up to 7 years. It's great to see you guys taking an interest as well.
My name is Navia, and I'm a community service officer.
My name is Jason Eapen. I've been at FBLA for 4 years now, and I'm the chapter vice president.
My name is Darshan. I've also been at FBLA in 4 years, and I'm a community service officer.
My name is Sanjay Ramesh, and I'm also a community service officer, and I've been serving for 4 years as well.
Okay, so now that we've introduced ourselves, I want to give each one of you an opportunity to introduce yourselves. Tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are in and outside of FBLA. Let's go ahead and start with Isabella.
Hi, my name is Isabella. I've been in FBLA for about 2 years. I'm an active member of our Lambert drumline, and I hope to be a community service officer.
Okay. Vedant, do you want to go next?
Hi, everybody. I'm Vedant. I'm an avid Boy Scouts leader, and I'm excited to be an officer next year.
Arhan?
Hi, everyone. It's very nice to meet all of you. I'm Arhan Barve. I'm running for re-election as a sophomore officer. I've been in FBLA for 4 years. I've enjoyed every moment of it and all the experiences that have come with it.
Sean?
Hi, my name is Sean. I have been in FBLA for about 4 years now as well. Some of my hobbies include playing volleyball as well as debate and just art whenever I can or am willing to. So yeah.
Anant?
Oh, hi, I'm Anant. I'm a current media committee officer. This is my first year in FBLA. I moved here in August of last year, so it's been a new experience for me, but I've really enjoyed it. Outside of FBLA, I like to run cross country. I ran a half marathon, and I'm looking forward to doing a marathon next year.
Ria?
Hi guys, my name is Ria Shah, and I really enjoyed being in FBLA this year, and this is also my first year. And outside of FBLA, I am part of the Lambert swim team, and I also am the founder and president of ICS. Thank you.
And Siri?
Hi, I'm Siri, and this is my 3rd year in FBLA. Outside of school, I dance and I play the piano, and I'm really looking forward to being an officer.
Could you try again?
That was my Siri. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Sam.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name's Sam. I'm currently a community service officer, and I'm running again for re-election to be on the community service team. I've been in FBLA for 4 years, and I absolutely love the community here. Outside of FBLA, I do a lot of math. I'm a debater, and I love to read. Thank you.
Did I miss anyone? Did anyone not go? Okay. Okay, so now the first question, very straightforward. Why do you want to be an officer? So let's go ahead and hear from Siri.
Okay, so I want to be an officer for multiple reasons. One is because I really like FBLA as a club and I'm really passionate about it. And I feel like it aligns with a lot of my core values, like dedication and being passionate about what you do. And another thing is because I really enjoyed SLC this year and it was just such a great experience. And I really want to make it a great experience for other people the way that you guys have done it for me. And my third reason is because I really just want to grow as a person and help my leadership skills get better.
Vedant, do you want to go next?
So I want to be an officer because I believe that everybody should get the chance to be a great leader, and like by being an officer, I hope to help everybody be a great leader, and also uh um like can I take some time? I'll come back.
Sam, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So, I've been an officer for like a couple years and I really enjoyed it, but more than just like having a title and being an officer, I really like serving our members and I love what FBLA does for its members and how it gives everyone like an opportunity to like step up and compete and put themselves out there and maybe and like help out the community and everything. And I really love the way that like we're able to bring so many people together and have them like network and like come together in such an like amazing and supportive community. And I want to be able to help like support and help grow that community.
Okay. Ria, do you want to go next?
Yes, sure. Thank you. I would love to be an FBLA officer because I really love the FBLA community. Everybody's almost like a family, and I would love to increase membership and networking. And I really want to grow as a leader myself and also improve myself in my leadership skills, but also help benefit the members. And as a person, I feel like I'm very strong in leadership skills and I'm dedicated. And FBLA is something I'm really passionate about because as I grow up, my future career, I want it to be in a business pathway. So it really aligns with what I want to be with when I grow up. And it would be a perfect position for me as it'll help me grow as an individual.
Anant?
Yeah, I want to be an FBLA officer because I have like a big vision for FBLA. Like currently our FBLA chapter has like around 550 members. I see that going over 600, doing better than South, winning chapter of the year, and really doing whatever I can to add value to the chapter. I believe my skill set that I've shown it this year in the media committee. I've really done a lot of work, and I want to continue my leadership and make FBLA better than it already is.
Arhan?
So I want to be an officer first off because I love the community. This officer team has been amazing this year, and it's been a great group of people. Obviously, our chapter has been amazing. I love interacting with our members and helping them see the benefits of being an FBLA. I also, enjoy helping them grow as individuals throughout the chapter, as a chapter and as individuals. I also want to be an FBLA officer because I want to instill whatever values that I have, including, communication or anything related to, membership inside the FBLA officer team to enhance our chapter to the best it can be. FBLA also aligns with my future career visions, which is, in business and computer science. And I feel that this position could really help me grow and it would also be beneficial.
Great. Can we hear from Isabella?
So I'm really excited for a future in business and finance, and I feel like FBLA is really going to help me grow as a person to reach my goals there. And I have a really big passion for community service. And this year, through one of my own projects, I saw that it doesn't really take many people to initiate a community service activity, but it's really hard for people to want to start one. And I feel like I could bring a lot more community service projects to the table and help people figure out that they have more of a passion for it than they think. And also, I really want to help with the connectivity of our club. Our club is amazing. And I feel like with me on the officer team, we could create an even more connected group of people and ensure a more a support system for the incoming freshmen.
Can we hear from Sean?
Yeah, so the biggest reason why I want to be an officer is mainly because I really want to give back to the community and the lessons and everything that I've learned specifically from this FBLA chapter. Even though I've only been in FBLA for this 1 year as a freshman, it has been truly magical. I've not only learned a lot of new things that I didn't have, like I wasn't even aware of before, but I was also able to meet a variety of very talented people that really brought a new light to what FBLA really is. So for me, my goal and my vision as an FBLA officer is to give upcoming officers or upcoming members or anybody that is seeking the skills that I was able to learn this year and this experience. I want to give these people that experience and help them learn and develop just like I was able to from the mentors and people in the club that guided me, as well as all the skills that the club has taught me as well.
So did all 8 of you go? Is there anyone that didn't?
I need
Okay.
to go again.
Okay.
Yes, sorry, I blanked. So, as I was saying earlier, like I've been a part of FBLA for 3 years, and in these 3 years, like I've grown a lot, not just as a person, but also as somebody to others. And I believe that FBLA is like a really powerful place for people to grow their relationships and also like, give themselves a voice so that like, they can lead others and do stuff like that. And also I feel like it's a great place where people can learn and also learn from others. And by being an officer, I believe that I can make all 3 of those things possible.
Thank you. So now we're going to go into the FBLA specific questions. So if you could tell me, which committee do you hope to represent and what do you hope to accomplish as an officer? So we'll go ahead and start with, does anyone want to go first? Okay.
I can go.
Okay, go ahead, Sean.
Okay, so I would be specifically interested in joining the membership committee. And one of my biggest goals through what I've observed from this past year, the membership committee has, under the leadership of Mandy, was really successful. We were able to accomplish a lot. But my goals for the future is to mainly reactivate a lot of the members that we have in our club. As you know, we have a huge club, about 550 members. But I feel like one of the things that we were lacking in this past year is just making sure that the majority of those members are active throughout the year. And so in order to do that, I would like to launch a membership reactivation campaign, almost as to what we call it. It's essentially making or arranging different programs and specific systems in which the already existing members can use to become more active and do better in recruiting themselves. So for example, one of those things would be a membership campaign in which the members themselves would be doing the recruiting, whether that be like earning points for just, creating flyers and posting them around the school, telling 1 or 2 friends, posting on their social media, just more activate like that portion of it so that new members can also benefit the club more than
That's time.
Sorry, Isabella.
Okay, so I want to be a part of the community service committee, and I feel like I want to help people figure out their own community service projects that they can initiate, they can bring to the table. And also I want to be able to partner with more like diverse nonprofits, smaller nonprofits people haven't heard of. I mean, not to drift away from the traditional like canned food drive and stuff like that, but just to add more things to the table.
Arhan, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So I'm primarily interested in joining the membership committee of the officer team. My main program and initiative within the membership committee would be to boost engagement throughout the club. I want to first do this by initiating smaller chapter meetings and smaller group meetings, so which would allow the members to be more interconnected with whoever is going through the meeting, whether it be advisors, officers, or guest speakers. I feel like this will allow the members to feel a better connection with FBLA as a chapter. I also want to initiate polling and surveys within the members. I feel like rather than trying to gauge engagement and what they would want, I think it's just easier to ask the members what specifically they want. I think this could be extended to meeting topics too, instead of, if there's a specific meeting that members want to have, whether it be for competitions or community service, we could initiate that through polls and surveys. And I think that would be beneficial. And overall, I would just want the individual concerns and suggestions of FBLA members within our chapter to be heard and voiced.
Great, thank you. Anant, can we hear from you?
Yeah, so next year I want to be part of I want to continue being in the media committee. So the media committee bridges the gap between like service and membership committee. And next year's competition committee, we kind of implement all of their ideas by spreading the word on like social media, the Slack, and making sure like the events like happen. And I just want to lead the team next year, provide my experience and help teach other people on the team how to do things, kind of like how Aishu and Kevin taught me how to do stuff this year, and I really wanted to just spread that knowledge to the rest of the team and just keep doing what we're doing. We're doing a great job of creating our posts, having good engagement on the Instagram, and creating like videos that are reaching our members.
Thank you. Can we hear from Ria next?
Yes. I would love to be part of the competitive event community for the next year. And my main priority by being part of this committee is by implementing a mentor-mentee system. And through this system, I would allow people who are like taking part in the competition, so maybe like intro to business presentation, and ask someone who's already done it to mentor them in a one-on-one session and give them valuable feedback. And already the mentors have been through this and they've done the event firsthand, so they know what the judges expect, and they know how to gain those rubric points. So the mentees will really benefit because they'll be getting very valuable information for themselves, and they'll be able to excel. And through this, we'll also be able to gain confidence in our members and allow them and push them to compete, which will allow us to win sweepstakes. And for testing events, I feel like we should do workshops, which are mandatory, and allow study session groups, which we allot each time for each testing event, and help them understand and like work together, which will increase connectivity and networking, and also allow the Lambert students to thrive in their tests and competitions.
Thank you. Can we hear from Sam?
Yeah, so having been part of the community service team this year, I've learned a lot from the seniors, and I'd love to reapply for this committee again. So there are a couple things that I'd like to do to like improve our community, or like the committee. One of these things is going to be like creating more like workshops and presentation about like ongoing community service projects, because I feel like we obviously have like a really big club, right? And I feel like to promote the reach and like to promote more people like actually donating, it's really important that we like spread the word and explain what the cause actually is, so that people like have a more genuine connection with the cause, and they have a greater incentive to actually donate. So I feel like explaining what the cause is and informing members more at meetings about what exactly we're doing is going to be a great way to promote engagement in community service drives. But then second, I'd love to allow like members to lead their own drives, because obviously our club is full of leaders, and like leading community service drives is a great way to like jump into leadership and like give people a chance to work with some of the officers to like kind of like start setting up their own drive and
That's
like learning
time.
how to like implement something like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we hear from Vedant?
Oh yeah, sure. So as I said in the last question, my 3 goals for like being an officer would be to increase membership interactions, um, uh, give members a voice, and to develop like have members learn. So for giving membership and increasing membership interaction, I would like to create like a networking system where we can have networking events every few weeks where members can connect with each other and build meaningful relationships. This would be really nice with a club like FBLA, because everybody has like-minded interests, and doing something like that would be really beneficial for the members. We can do this through like speed networking events where members have like a short amount of time, like sort of sell themselves and sort of like connect with the other person, or we can do it digitally through a virtual networking system. For
That's time.
That's time.
Thank you. Can we hear from Siri?
Hi, yes. So basically I want to be on the membership team, and one of my main goals is to work on engaging current members, because that usually leads to more members joining and also increase our outreach. And so I think that the most appealing thing for like members to look at is having more like fun and engaging events, like having like a movie night or a field day that could be open to everyone, but we could have certain things such as having non-members like pay a fee. So then they would probably like pay the dues instead of paying the fee. And I also think that we should have more things like having officers like be interacting more with individuals, such as having like small groups and stuff. And I also think that a lot of people that I know didn't compete in RLC because they thought that like they weren't sure about how to start and like where to start for competitions. So I thought that we could give more resources because that would like increase our engagement and it would further develop our members' knowledge of the business world.
Thank you. So did everyone go for that? Great. Okay. So now we're gonna ask specific questions to specific people. Darshan and a couple of the other seniors will be joining in on this. So if you guys have any questions, just feel free to shoot them. So one question that I have is, what do you believe is the biggest challenge that Lambert FBLA faces as a chapter, and how do you plan to address them if you're elected? So I'm gonna ask Sam that one.
Okay, awesome. So Lambert FBLA is obviously a great club, right? But there's always like room for improvement. And I think with Lambert FBLA, the biggest issue comes when we have like decreasing member engagement throughout the year. So like we'll see a lot of engagement at the beginning. People will donate a lot, people will like come to all the meetings, but then towards the end of the year, we start seeing like participation decline. So a major like thing that we should probably be looking forward to in the coming year is to like maintain membership engagement throughout the entire year. And I think a great way to do this is community service, because obviously community service is like a super key part of like how much our members engage, because if like how much they donate throughout the year and how much they give back to the like community is a great representation of what like of how active they are in the club. And I think a great way of doing this is obviously like explaining to our members exactly what our drive is, right? Because members don't really have an incentive to donate if they're just told to do so. But once we explain to them, okay, this is what the drive does, this is how it's going to help people, and this is what you can do for us to help all these people, it's a great way to promote engagement. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and ask that question to Ria too.
FBLA, obviously, like Sam said, it's a really great club, but we can always improve. And one way I can do this by being in the competitive event community is also by increasing member participation in RLC, SLC, and NLC. And we can do this by boosting confidence. I can tell a lot of members, they don't participate because they don't feel like they're confident enough and they don't have enough resources to compete. But if we provide them with the resources like a mentor-mentee system, and in the beginning of the year, also, we can bring in guest speakers from local businesses and like tell them why people should compete and how these businesses have gained knowledge is through probably a club like FBLA. And if they compete, they'll get more exposure in the business world, which will help them compete. And through the mentor and mentee system, individuals will feel a lot more comfortable participating in the events because they know that they have valuable feedback that will make them more successful than the rest of the individuals. And as for testing events, we know that when we provide them with resources such as workshops and study groups, a lot of them will be able to network.
That's time.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I will move on to another question. How do you plan to increase engagement within this chapter? Right now, we are one of the largest chapters in the state, but we struggle with attendance and involvement. So what is your solution to this? Let's go ahead and ask Arhan.
Hi. So as I discussed in my previous answer, I've discussed a few initiatives for increasing this. For attendance, I think that members don't attend because they obviously don't feel engaged, which is what you said. To increase this, I think we could have some sort of personalized survey, which would allow the members to be asked, what exactly do they want in the chapter meeting, and if they have an incentive to come, they will come and will boost engagement. Additionally, with just involvement throughout the club, I think that having more, let's say, community service drives or some kind of member points incentives would greatly benefit the engagement that members feel, because just telling them to participate in competitions or participate in drives isn't going to do much. We have to give them an incentive to try to participate, and something that will benefit them and the chapter both. So I feel that surveys, smaller chapter meetings, and overall just asking the members what they want in the club will be beneficial. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask that same question to Vedant.
Oh yeah, so the way I think that we can increase membership engagement is by creating small groups within the chapter for like about like 20 to 30 members in each group, because that'll make it more personal and more connected. Like we can have one officer lead each group, so that it'd be more connected. And then what we can have at the end of each meeting is like an incentivized feedback system where members can give their thoughts on what they think went well at the meeting, what they didn't think go well, and like they can also provide their ideas so that we can pick their minds on what we can do next time to make the meeting more engaging and just better overall. We can also go ahead and sort of have like blogs and like officer podcasts where officers can be a bit more upfront about why you should attend meetings so that members know exactly what they're going to get at each meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think Darshan has a question now.
Yeah, I just had a question for Isabella. I believe you mentioned you were in band, and that's probably like a major time commitment. My question for you is just how do you plan on balancing time commitments if you get the FBLA officer role?
So band has been like a time commitment that I've been worried about for a while because of other clubs and school. And I feel like the biggest lesson band has taught me is time management, because we have like pretty much like 15 to 20-hour weeks with rehearsals. And with that in school, I feel like I know how to manage my work, and I've been doing great in all my classes. And I feel like I can just allot time for FBLA daily. And because of the after school rehearsals, it won't mess with the officer meetings and the before school meetings.
All right, thank you. Another question I had for Ishanvi is how do you plan on using collaboration skills to further develop your sense of officer and leadership ability?
So collaboration as a whole is something that through FBLA I have learned as to be a very valuable skill and something that is very crucial to this club. Collaboration itself is something that we can use to, collaborate, like increase not only membership, but also help already active members find a new incentive to kind of participate in things like that. So whether that be what we've already done in the past with our Lambert times, like with our FBLA times DECA event with the Hawks game, where we've combined two or collaborated with two different clubs, just increasing any sort of collaboration or any sort of new involvement that gives members a new kind of face, or like a new way to view things, or an ability to interact with more people and network with a new variety of people would really be helpful. I also individually feel like collaboration is a very helpful and important skill to develop for anybody in the club, so that they can use that, because it is a very key skill to learn in the future as well. So it would be very beneficial to implement in this club as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And now I'm gonna pass it on to Sanjay to ask a couple more questions.
All right, so I have a question for Siri. I think you said that a lot of your friends didn't compete in RLC because they weren't informed enough. So my question is, how do you plan to get more members to compete and get more involved in competitive events?
Okay, yeah, I said that a lot of people that I knew, they didn't necessarily compete because they felt that they didn't have the time to prepare, or that they didn't have like a proper schedule. So one of my ideas was to have like a pre-made like schedule, like kind of like a checklist where you say like, okay, so if you're doing intro to business communication, and suppose we provided them with like 9 study guides, and you could have like a little calendar thing, like, okay, so by February 20th, you could be done with 4 study guides. Like have like a little planning thing for them to be kind of more prepared, I guess. And I was also thinking that we could have some of the senior officers and older people who have experience in FBLA help the younger candidates and younger competitors, I mean, kind of work out their competition. And we could also have like more stuff on its learning, like having like a learning pathway, I feel would be really beneficial towards people. And sorry, I thought that was a timer. And I just feel that in total, just having more members.
And that's time.
Okay.
All right, great. So one more question for Anand. I believe you said that you wanted to increase our membership counts to above 600 and 700, and you're planning to be a media officer. So how are you going to use different social media like Instagram to increase our membership count?
Yeah, so in my FBLA officer application, one of the main things that I wanted to lead was the starting of a TikTok. Lots of the people at Lambert obviously use TikTok, and even on my personal TikToks, I get over like 1,000 views. So it's really an easy way to reach a large amount of people to spread a message. So I plan on using that for FBLA. And to like kind of show the effectiveness, Lambert Deca already has a TikTok, and it really has helped them grow as a DECA chapter. So I see that it could be implemented in FBLA too, and that's something I could lead with my prior experience on the media committee, and getting everybody on the media committee to work on it.
All right, great. I think Jason has a question now.
Yeah, so this is just a general question for everyone. So, what do you think your favorite part of FBLA is? We can start with Spade.
Oh yeah, so I would say my favorite part of FBLA is probably the competitive events, just like, especially the ones that are with groups, because I get to work with some of my friends to like develop a project, we get closer, we develop bonds, and also just the entire feeling of going to SLC or NLC is so great because I learned so much from other people that like, you don't learn like at home, or you don't learn at Lambert. So like that's my favorite part of FBLA. I also like just like the competitive feeling is like it really like thrills me. Yeah.
Great. Is Isabella?
So for me, I feel like FBLA has like a lot of people, and that really leads to people making a lot of bonds and friendships that you wouldn't have necessarily made otherwise. And I feel like as I've been a part of FBLA for the past 2 years, the people that have been in all my classes and my extracurriculars are all a part of FBLA. It's just one thing we enjoy together. And I feel like that just gives me kind of like a sense of place and a common ground with everybody else.
Awesome. Ria?
My favorite part about FBLA is the community and how welcoming everybody is. This was my first year and my first SLC. And when I went and competed, I felt like everybody was just so open. And wherever you went, when you asked for feedback, everybody was willing to give like really good feedback that would help improve your overall presentation. And I just love how we can build and network connections with each other and really grow together, because I feel like we really are able to learn from each other as well, because everybody in FBLA is like a leader, and everybody has so many valuable traits that you can take from them. So it's a learning opportunity, and it's a very good community, which I would love to be a part of. Thank you.
Great. Anand, go ahead.
Yeah, so my favorite part of FBLA is really the conferences. So moving from Wisconsin, like in Wisconsin, we didn't really have a lot of school clubs. And going to SLC this year, it was my first kind of experience of going to a conference that had so many people all committed to the same purpose. So that's what really makes me enjoy FBLA, is knowing that I'm not alone, and just competing with everyone to try to do my best at my event.
Awesome.
Yeah, so my favorite part about FBLA would be just the conferences, meetings, any kind of social event that we have. I feel like FBLA is obviously a club, and in business, it's about working with other people. And I feel that using other people's points of view and keeping an open mind is extremely beneficial to growing as a person, and furthering your own either interest or knowledge in any kind of topic. I feel that that's very important, and going to any of the meetings or the conferences like RLC, SLC really opened my mind to new experiences, and I was able to grow as a person just by talking to other people.
Great. Sam?
Yeah, so I think my favorite part about FBLA is just like the amazing community that we have here. There's just so many like wonderful people, and like FBLA both in middle school and high school, it was just such an awesome experience for me because I got to meet like a bunch of like amazing, like super talented people, and it was just like really great network, and like seeing everyone work together to like give back to our community and like help those who've helped us along like our journey and our pathway to success is just like so inspiring, and such like a heartwarming feeling to see like everyone working together and like getting to know each other a little better.
Amazing. I think that's a great point that you bring up. Sean, go ahead.
Yeah, so my favorite part about FBLA is definitely the culture. I mean, before I was part of the FBLA, like the only club I was in was chess club, and I like sucked at chess. And the only people in chess club were like these seniors that had no idea what chess even was and like couldn't teach me. So I really had like really bad club experiences before I came to FBLA. So FBLA really just completely changed like my view of extracurriculars and interaction and culture and community and people impacted almost everything that anybody has said up to this point. Like everything that FBLA includes is just amazing about it, from the conferences, the competitions, to the people, to the amazing officer team that I had the ability and the opportunity to work with this year has just made FBLA such a special and amazing experience personally to me, and as well to like as well that I know to a lot of people that are in the club as well.
And finally, we have Siri.
Okay, so my favorite part of FBLA is definitely the competitions, but that's because it grows my areas in like other areas. So first of all, the competitions have it's been my first time competing in person because my middle school only did the online competitions. And it was my first time doing a presentation, and it was like such a fun experience. I got to meet with my team members a lot, and it was just really fun. And because of the competitions, I was not only able to grow my skills in terms of time management and other things, I was also able to network with others. And I met a lot of new people at SLC, and I became better friends with a lot of the officers I feel at SLC. And I also really like creating relationships in FBLA. Being an officer in 8th grade, it made me step out of my comfort zone, and I had to like create relationships with other people. And I think that was such a main factor, like that I really like FBLA to this day, because it caused me to learn new things. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for answering that. I believe we have one more question from Navia, so go ahead.
All right, so my question was, what are you guys gonna do if you don't get the position in FBLA, obviously? So we'll start with Isabella.
So if I don't get the position I want in the community service committee, I'm gonna continue with my community service projects and definitely bring up some more projects to you guys, to FBLA, for you guys to do as drives, just so that we can have more community service activities in our school and create more connectivity in the club.
All right, Arhan.
Yeah, so regardless of if I get this position or not, I'm going to, you know, keep my head up, and I'm going to keep working with FBLA as a chapter. I feel that, you know, even if I don't get officer, it's for a reason, and it tells me that I need to grow in some way, and I'll strive to do that, and I'll work on, you know, whatever aspect I can to, you know, further my chances in the future.
All right, Anand.
Yeah, so if I don't get the position, I still believe in being consistent in whatever I do. So I'll still continue to do my best in my FBLA competition, go to SLC, qualify for NLC, the best that I can do. And my passion is really finance and economics. So there will be other things besides FBLA that I could also pursue, like investment club and other things that I'm involved in around that area that I'm interested in.
All right, Ria.
If I do not get the officer position this year, I will continue working with FBLA, and I'll still continue putting my best work forward through all my competitions, and I'll go to all the competitions and the events, and I'll learn from this experience and take what I've done, like such as campaigning and all of that. It's all just been a learning experience, and I feel like that itself is helping me grow as a leader, and I'll try to work harder and come back even stronger. Thank you.
All right, Vedant.
Yeah, so if I don't get officer, I'll actually stick back to what I said back in my like at the beginning of the year of freshman applications. I said that FBLA is not the only way to lead, and I actually did a really good job of that throughout this year. I became an officer in 2 other clubs. I rose through the ranks in my Boy Scout troop, and I feel like I'll just continue doing that if I don't become an FBLA officer. But obviously, I'll stay involved in FBLA. It's a really big thing for me, and I guess yeah, I'll just keep on leading in as many ways as I can.
All right, Sam.
Yeah, so something that I said like freshman officer application interview thing. And it's something that I continue to remember to this day as well. Like my middle school advisor always told us that it's not about your title but what you do. And at the end of the day, what we do in FBLA comes down to our initiative. So even if I'm not an officer, I'll still have that initiative and take that responsibility in inspiring our members to participate in more community service drives, and also encouraging members to have a more genuine and empathetic connection with our community and giving back to them, regardless of whether I have the title of an officer or not. I feel like it's always important for us to have that responsibility and that initiative and the motivation to just give back and support our community. Thank you.
All right, Siri.
If I don't make officer position, I'm going to continue to do my best in all aspects of FBLA. I'm going to continue to compete in RLC, SLC, NLC, and try my best. I'm going to continue to recruit my friends and make them join FBLA again for the next year, and continue to become friends with the people in FBLA, of course. And I'll probably, I also tried out for freshman officer, and I said that I would probably also start investing my time in other years as well. And I did start doing that. I teach 3 classes in my dance class now, and it's been really fun. It's taught me a lot of leadership skills, and I think I'm going to continue to do that while also putting in my 100% in FBLA.
All right, and Sean.
So even if I wasn't elected as an FBLA officer, I would strive to use that as a ground of improvement and use that throughout the years to do exactly what I've been doing and continue in leadership. The first person that actually recruited me in middle school was someone that had worked their butt off in FBLA, but was actually never for some reason elected as an FBLA officer. But I really take inspiration from that person because they taught me that just because life knocks you down and gives you some sort of challenge and doesn't give you what exactly you want, doesn't mean that you can't strive for accomplishing your passion and doing that. So from that inspiration, I would also strive to do the same thing and give back to this community.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. So we did end up finishing a little bit early, but that's okay. I want to thank you guys for your responses. We appreciate you coming out this evening to express your interest in your campaign. You all did amazing, and we're super proud of you for making it this far. I hope you continue to show this enthusiasm throughout your time at Lambert FBLA. So to wrap this up, do any of you have any questions for me before we end this call? I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.